Change this. Welcome to 1407 Great Malkin Lane. This is the living memory of the X-Men. Don't let anyone tell you different. Today, we are doing the return of the AKPC. 3 of us right now, so it's really the AKP. But still, it still works. Oh, man. Sterling, MJ, thank you for coming in. We had a pretty big week.
Couple weeks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was nothing coming on last. Come on, there's nothing coming on last week.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the big one where we got 20 million a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
that might be a little bigger than these ones, actually, in my opinion.
X-Men number 6, Inferno, the conclusion, or these bitches be tripping. Okay.
Is that going to be the title of this?
No. I'm workshopping it. No. Anyway, like, how was you guys' holidays? What's going on? We're friends. Let's catch up. Let's put on.
Yeah. So I had a good New Year's Eve. It's my girlfriend's birthday every New Year's Eve. Like, she was born not New Year's Eve, on New Year's. So I go there, San Antonio, and and that's when we celebrate. But every New Year, that's when she was born, we celebrate. And so she's with the same age as me for 11 days, and then because my birthday is on the 12th, and so then I get she'll never catch up with me, which is all that matters.
All right, Sonic.
Right.
MJ, how about you, man? How was your holiday?
Yeah, it was pretty good. A little small than usual. Usually we do a giant meetup with all the family, but 2 different households this year had COVID. So
that's rough.
Right coming into the holiday, and half my family won't get half of them won't get vaccinated. So I don't know, maybe that.
Wow, that's
great. That'll do it.
Yeah. Besides that, though, I had dinner with my sister and my mother and whatnot. It was good.
Nice. That's good. I started watching different types of shows just so to get my mind off of X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
I started watching a show called Snowfall.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, there's an X-Men reference in it. They're talking about the Dark Phoenix, saying how Mastermind got in her head and turned into the Black Queen. He's like, once you do that to a trick, you get her forever. I'm like, why am I learning about pimp stuff from X-Men? This is not cool. It applied. It works.
So Mastermind's just a pimp.
Right? Apparently. Like, that explains why he had the wavy hair and the no wait, that was just the Hellfire Club.
Right, yeah, it does explain all the jewelry though.
Right. No, but I saw No Way Home, which was amazing.
Yes.
Just cool.
No. Was it amazing, or was it spectacular? No, wait, I think it was
ultimate.
Ultimate, right?
Yeah, that was a fantastic movie.
It was amazing. I loved it. It was top to bottom. Just but I feel like Peter could have he could have thought about it a little bit more, put a little bit more details.
Spoilers.
Hey, come on, everybody saw that movie, right? It came out last year.
That's true, right? I know it came out last year. No spoilers. It's last year.
Yeah, come on, it was been over. It's like you said, Sterling. The year's only 8 days.
Right.
Come on,
yeah.
Have it happen back there. Stop living in the past. No, if Peter Parker was to say, let's have everybody forget what Mysterio said, boom, easy, no movie. But because he's a kid, and because apparently all kids are dumb. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. Do we begin, if we want to get into a little bit of the spoilers or the plot, that's the whole thing. It kind of makes sense. I think if anyone, the biggest person that kind of suffered from the movie was Doctor Strange, because he was just willing to do this very unstable spell without at least vetting Peter first. But
Well, we've had that conversation, Silver, and
Yeah.
I do feel like that was a more of a casual spell that
Yeah.
you just did on a very grand scale.
right,
So I don't think it was the way Wong made it out to sound like dealing with chaos magic or whatever.
right.
That just sounds like something he does often.
Well, he did say, yeah. Well, he did say though. I forgot what he said specifically, but he said like it's a type of magic that that we know very little about. So I'm like, well, it kind of seems like you shouldn't use it then if you don't know that much about it.
Telepaths. No.
Right.
Okay, so getting into the books.
Yes.
Yes. X-Men or Inferno.
Sorry,
God.
X-Men, get out of the way.
Yeah. The X-Men. All right, you mean the Cyclops book? But anyway.
Captain Krakoa book.
Hey. I was wrong about this one. I thought it was gonna be Leif, that Chinese guy.
Yeah, Fei Long.
I thought it was gonna be Fei Long.
Nope.
Posing.
I thought it was Cyclops because I thought it was Cyclops at the beginning because this is I guess just credit to the artist because he had the same chin, and I know that sounds weird, but I just like that could just be just like how the artist just draws chins, but I'm like, no, that seems to be Cyclops. But I'm like, no,
April has the same chin, so like it's a trait. So
right.
I thought Xavier.
Yeah,
really
that could have worked. Yeah, I mean that could have worked too because of the design.
Yeah, but like the shrubbery that was coming out the side of his head is but it was fine. Like Fei Long is such a hater though. He's just like, I'm gonna take over this. Like it's already been taken over. No, it doesn't. No, it's not. No, it's not.
We're at the moon. And I was like, wait, does that work? I was just like, does that make sense? Because like, I mean, does Earth need to just claim like the moon, like its moon? Because I was like, I think that's just within the territory of Earth. Is that the same thing with Mars?
What is the standard of claim? Because Legion was up there meditating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure a few Iraqians have flown up there to check it out. Like, what is the definition of claim? Like, you have to like set up a house.
I guess so.
Little kids' rules.
I guess you just gotta put like a little house on there, like or a flag that normally works. You just put like. Wait, does Morocco have a flag? Maybe they need a flag.
Maybe I just don't understand it. Like ever since Dawn of X, we've seen that humanity is so pathetically insecure, and they're just like apparently they're all mad because the mutants took the moon. Like, how come they could do this without us? You said no.
I mean, it's funny you say that though, because like the mutants technically do have the moon because that's where Cyclops lives. Cyclops and his family lives.
I mean, Mars. Sorry. Mars.
Yeah, well, no. Well, I just mean Earth, Mars. Well, yeah, Earth, Moon, and now also now like Earth. So the mutants have Earth, Moon, and now the humans have Mars, Moon.
Araco
Moon.
Well, we didn't really claim the whole moon yet. Just the blue side of it.
That's
wherever
enough.
that side is.
It's crazy. Sunfire was cool.
Well, I kind of understand the human hesitation or anger because, like, think of like the mutants have now claimed a world. The robots have built this massive station around the sun.
They don't know that though.
What is accomplished?
No, humans don't know about Orcus.
No, human. No, a little like not humans as a whole. A little piece of humanity, which Orcus is that. It's weird though because Orcus took Soul's hammer, that's Tony Stark's invention. Like that's his Dyson spear. So you think he would be like, whatever happened to that? But yeah.
We do need more human accomplishments though.
Well, that's the thing.
Or Fei Long, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like they made a big, like I think Jared Duggan's the one writing that. He made a big deal about it, saying like, well, one, I appreciate how he's writing Sunfire because he's kind of cooled down as a hothead. So he actually was trying to be like the reasonable person here, which is very rare for him. But Jared Duggan made a big emphasis on like, hi, well, you're Japanese and I'm Chinese, and like our answers you used to fight like 1,000 years ago, and now here we are today doing the same thing. I was like, what?
He's like, what is it? What does it have to do with anything that we're doing right now?
He really wanted us to know that I think he really wanted that to happen. So it's like, okay, duly noted.
What do they call that? People obsessed with Japanese culture? Weeaboos?
Weeaboos.
Wow.
He's fucking obsessed with Japanese history.
I was waiting for him to make I was waiting for him to make like a samurai and then terracotta warrior reference or something at that point.
Yeah. But like we saw some really cool Araco mutants. We saw that big dude that looked like Goro from that he looked like a big old horse or bull or something.
Or Gorgon. Yeah, whatever it is.
He had 4 wings. 4 wings.
Yes.
Kind of cool.
I guess gargoyle, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, he's dead. It doesn't matter. No, Goliath would have known how to dodge.
He was ancient too, like ancient.
Right.
So he must have had some form of healing factor or prolonged lifespan. Like, I don't know.
Right. Are we just gonna skip over the fact that Sunfire helped cover up a murder?
I mean, it wouldn't be the first one. I mean, you're in the X-Men.
Awesome.
At some point, you've covered a murder. Hey, Corey, what's up, man? What's up, Fred Flintstone? Dude, you could pull off Fred Flintstone. The John Goodman.
Right. We are reviewing X-Men number 8, or that time Sunfire covered up the murder.
How did he cover it?
Yeah, I forgot that this guy who's really angry at our favorite mutant nation,
X-Men 6.
He said, I'm just gonna terraform Mars's moon.
Right.
He was just like, my germs. Like, come on, bro. That's not even how it works.
Yeah.
No, he just called dibs. Like, dude, we're adults. We don't do that.
Yeah, and did he really snuff out a fight with just, hey, we're Chinese and Japanese. We were gonna fight eventually.
I just mentioned that, yeah.
It's like, really? That's weird. That's a weird thing.
What else are we gonna do? Are we gonna have like when Thunderbird hashtag like bring back hashtag bring back Thunderbird, and now we got him back. Are we gonna have like Thunderbird like talk to a cowboy and be like, oh, now it's gonna be cowboys versus natives, so this time I'm gonna win, or something? Like, we're just gonna start doing those kind of references.
Yeah. I'm like, are we really gonna be cutting jokes into the scripts like this? Because I'm like,
be funnier.
Yeah, some of them could be, touch some nerves with some people, but for my brain, that just screams corny.
Also, like, how would Fei Long know that Sunfire was Japanese?
I don't think he's a secret.
Oh,
well, yeah.
Okay.
I think he was. No, I think in Japan specifically, but I think he was supposed to be like somewhat of a. I don't know. He was supposed to be somewhat of a big, like a pop figure in Japan. So I think like they know that he's
Oh, okay.
I think they really know like that he's like they at least know he's Japanese.
Okay.
Like to the Marvel Universe citizen on the street, without them maybe knowing he was a mutant before.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't his outfit kind of give away he was a citizen? He was a subject of the Kingdom of Japan.
Maybe,
no.
But definitely, but Silver Samurai is definitely would like be like, I think he's Japanese, but like I'm safe. I think he's Japanese.
Yeah. Oh, I found kind of interesting.
Now Surge, that's a little harder.
Yeah.
Sunfire recognized Fei Long. I found that kind of interesting.
Oh, well,
wasn't Fei Long broadcasting as he was going to the moon?
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay, good point.
Which of Mars's moons did he pick? Because doesn't Mars have several moons?
No, Mars has one moon.
Yeah, I think he named it Phobos, right?
Phobos, yeah. And just the fact he's working with Orcus, like, you are so corny. You're like, you need a hug.
At one point, the Rocket Mutants claimed they could destroy Phobos in a second. They're like, when it was falling on them, they're like, bring it on. We can destroy this. Right. That's nothing. We fought Amos.
That's Hey, that's a flex.
So before people tell me I don't know my astronomy, they're like, they are right. What you call it, Phobos? Like, no, like the Mars already had a moon called Phobos, so he just took over the larger of the moons.
Yeah.
So, but it does have two.
That moon is kind of important for Rocco. It's being used to keep the sandstorms in check. So if he like does something to the moon, it would fuck up the sandstorms.
I guess that, but we can just get. But hey, we got storm, so she can like. I mean, sandstorms technically is a weather phenomenon. She can like she can
also
control
dust.
that.
Yeah,
dust
Ms.
too.
Dust. She loves to tame sandstorms.
The idea is that Dust does not want to spend all her time taming a planet's dust storms. So
no, she's just gonna be hanging out with the Legionnaires, which has been announced.
Her and Legion together synced the dust storms to Phobos, so they didn't have to do it all the time. Like, so no one had.
Yeah, didn't he like give her like a lot of compliments in the way?
Yeah, he said like, "You're so much more than dust."
Right.
Like, I'm like, yeah, but like it was the first thing they came up with. I don't know.
That's correct.
So how are we feeling about X-Men? Oh no, we didn't talk about the ending.
Yes.
With Cyclops. No, okay. The fact that Captain Krakoa, Cyclops hates him apparently.
Yes.
And apparently Cyclops died, but we don't get to see how
it was apparently he died, but it was so public that like they can't just be like, no, Law, it didn't happen. They have to be like, no, he actually is dead, and like we have a new leader who looks oddly like at least the chin, and who should somewhat sound like Cyclops. I'm like, wait, Spider-Man. I know Spider-Man isn't like close. I know you're saying like, oh no, he has some kind of vocal cord. They need to establish that though. Like we can't just we cannot write for the writers. If it just showed like if it just showed some speech bubbles that were like a little bit distorted, I would have been fine with it. But they didn't show that. So
I get that. All right.
They probably have his body, or for temporary had his body at like a morgue or something. So like so everyone knew he was dead, and then the mutants showed up and grabbed the body.
Right.
I think he died. I think they had to sacrifice himself in some type of lie. That's why I think he was so mad. It wasn't so much changing your name. A lot of mutants change their name all the time. So I think he was more mad at lying to the people.
What if he died the same way Thunderbird did? Because don't forget, like in X-Men, like the most recent one, they did name the new ship Thunderbird. I'm like, that's kind of like off.
Or Proud Star, right? That was Proud Star.
Huh?
I thought they called it Proud Star.
Either Proud Star, like either Proud Star or Thunderbird. I just that's just like I'm just making a reference. Like it'd be funny if like that's how he died the same way John did. But I am curious how he died.
I have a theory. I think so I was trying to think like how would you do it for like spin it the best for mutant kind. So I'm thinking hate monger. I think Storm called hate monger up and it's like, can you do one last hateful act?
That'd be funny. That'd be really funny.
Either that or he did something to where because a lot of humans were sad that he died. So he must have done something that helped humanity. Because we saw a lot of people, we saw a lot of visuals or vigils for him.
Kids.
Children. Like, they really liked him.
Who knew?
Like, I know, who knew? Where were you guys before? But who knew?
Do you think he ever uses his eye blast again?
I think that would be too much of a giveaway. I mean, I don't see why not, because he could just probably just like it could just be green. They could just say, oh, it's instead of like an optic blast, it's like a photokinetic blast, something like that.
So obvious though, isn't it? It's like
yes,
another dude shows up shooting green blasts.
Yeah, well, it seems like he can fly, and he can also use like some kind of he has I forgot.
Flying, I didn't understand quite.
Like a hand blast or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because he has vines, so he seems to have control over plants.
That's
but how did he fly?
I have no idea. It must be the suit.
Oh yeah, because also because he's with Forge and Sync all the time.
Yeah. I think it's Forge technology.
Also, did you guys notice that Fei Long had a body of Nightcrawler in the back?
Yes. They said that. Yeah, they wrote that out.
Well, yeah, and that's going to be consequences that the humans are collecting the, dead bodies of the mutants when they die. So they're going to use dead Kirk Model 2s.
But they already got Cyclops too.
One thought I had was it was just like on display as like a trophy, but I think now, I think because it says he's being turned into the main operating system or something like that.
Right.
I think they're gonna use him as like a portal system to
That would be.
pull people to Phobos and back to Orcus.
Oh, they're gonna make their own. Oh, so they're gonna make their own gate.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Oh,
From
jeez.
bodies of dead
Like-
Nightcrawlers.
Oh,
But-
well.
Go
Go
ahead.
I
No,
was
go
gonna say, well, don't forget the way we got Captain Krakoa is that it was a vote by Krakoa. Well, it was a vote by the island of Krakoa itself, like literally and figuratively by the Quad Council, because Cyclops wanted to. He had no say in this, and so I think all of them voted. No, everyone except Sinister voted yes. So, so
It's like I choose violence.
Was it the public that voted or just the council?
no, it was just. I think it was just the council.
Yeah, so it wasn't. I hate that because it's not really democratic. But then it's saying it's not so much putting in a new person; it's just changing his name. So
Well,
the
I'm
council,
fair. Technically, no, it is democratic. It's just it's representative. It's a representative democracy as opposed to a direct democracy. But it is democratic. That's what like America does. Like we get like a representative to quote
right,
unquote vote for our interest. It doesn't really always happen that way, but that's what's supposed to happen.
right. But if they just added a new person because the Quiet Council says so, it goes against them having the people vote for their X-Men.
Right. Well, I think it's that. I think it's also the fact that they don't want. I mean, well, like that. So this will spin over into Inferno in a second. But this, I think, it's also because of they don't want people to know the Resurrection Protocols are, a thing, because that's a big secret for Krakoa right now. So
The other person that has to die is a forearm dude.
foreign dude.
The dude that
Jumbo
makes, like,
Carnation.
Oh
Yes.
yes.
he's gonna
Sorry,
have
you
to
gotta be more specific. We got a lot of forearm dudes. I was like,
Right.
Spiral. I was like,
We even got one name forearm.
right.
Nightcrawler might not be able to go into the public eye anymore if
Even
they
can
post him.
Cyclops.
Damn. Wow.
Cyclops
Sorry.
actor. This
I don't know, because then by that logic, I mean, it's supposed to be Black Ops, but they've seen, I think people have seen Wolverine die a couple times.
No, they just had his arm in an
Oh.
auction. He had to go get his arm back.
Right.
people think he's
People know
immortal
he's
anyway.
died, I guess, but they just think he can heal from anything. So
Right.
Wolverine is less,
So Cyclops and Nightcrawler at least have to be kind of in hiding from the public. From
I guess
Correct.
Nightcrawlers have a new identity. He's gonna become the Legion Master, or
If Nightcrawler dies, all they need to do is just paint him red and just say that he's Azazel.
oh wow,
Legion is
I know
gonna
his
become
mom
the
would love
XR.
that.
The Caesar, the XR. That's Legion's new name.
Right.
Jeez.
And
Okay.
the last thing is, don't forget that it seems that Ben Urich, it seems that his mind has been wiped.
Okay, who wants to let's play a little game. Who did it?
Emma.
It's
Emma Frost.
Jean.
Emma and Jean.
Emma
Emma
Andrews
and
joint.
Jean.
Well, this takes place before Inferno, I think, because Destiny is not on the council.
That's correct.
None of that drama is going on, so I think this takes place before Inferno. So my bet is Xavier.
Really? I don't
I
think.
think he's playing Papa.
Okay, I have a theory. I think Orcus did it. Hear me out.
Orcus. Okay.
What?
It's part of okay, they want to build the conspiracy of mutant because the resurrection protocols. They
Yes.
want to start like, you remember how they were doing with Reddit a couple years ago in the mutants. Like they want to kind of fester that. Like they want to
Oh yeah.
start like, hey, so when they expose it, they're going to say, oh, this big conspiracy, mutants have been doing this forever. I think it's Orcus.
Okay.
Orcus is just that they are not above using other people.
Now we say, or do you mean Orcus specifically, or you mean like the two actual heads of Orcus?
Heads of Orcus. It's all part of the plan.
Okay.
It's part of the plan, but not the whole plan.
All right.
Because they want to destroy mutants completely, so they have to destroy them like kind of on the internet too. Like grow the hatred. Because the mutants right now they look super alien to humans. Like everything they do.
So typically,
Right.
I think of Orcus as like very separate branches. So I kind of struggle having Nimrod being at the top of that.
Right.
But without a human face for them, Gyric is
Devo.
dead. Who?
Devo, the guy with
No,
the
Devo is like he feels like he's the husband of Omega Sentinel, who Omega Sentinel wants to kill all humans. So Devo must want to kill all humans.
I think it's more of a puppet than a husband. Which I mean, I guess some people,
weird.
I guess some husbands will say the same thing, that they're one and the same.
No, but he thinks in his mind that he was her husband from another universe.
Oh, okay.
That's what she did to him. She made him think he's from another universe and her husband from that universe.
Okay.
So he's all for the robots. So we don't really, without Gyric, we don't really have a human face for Orcus right now. So it seems like Orcus is all robots. In which case they want all humans to die. That's the biggest revelation in the next comic we're going to talk about.
Okay, so with X-Men 6, how we feel?
X-Men 6, that was fine. It's still picking the mystery of it still has that nice mystery and cliffhanger. You know me, I'm a big fan of Cyclops. That's my favorite X-Men. So if they want to continue kind of having his journey, like I'm there for it. And the art's still great. It's what you call it. If there's any like quote unquote flaw, is the fact that we got like this going on Earth, and then we got all the way on Phobos with like Sunfire. Oh yeah, Sunfire, because Sunfire talked to Storm about this too. So I'm wondering how that's going to affect. I wonder if this is going to be like maybe the start of the end in X-Men Red that's coming out. Maybe that's what maybe Storm hiding this death is going to somehow cause a rift between her and her subjects. But we'll see what happens with that.
Al Ewing on X-Men Red with
That's
Russell
correct.
Dowderman on covers.
That's a big reason. Well, Al Ewing's on it and Sunspot's coming back. So I'm like, you know what? I'm coming in.
Hey, Magneto's gonna be there too. So is Vulcan. So
not just any Magneto. It's a pink and purple Magneto. So we got the master of magnetism Magneto back.
I want to see Magneto and Sunspot have a conversation because that's his old teacher. So it's like,
that's correct.
Ferdo, what's up? I'm Richard.
The cycle is now complete. Now I am the master.
I'm the master.
So I really liked the comic. It was really good. I think a good comic leaves you happy. A great comic leaves you a little happy, a little pissed off. It might have been a great comic. I love that Cyclops got a power up. Basically, that's how I see it. Basically, got himself a raid suit. I don't like the fight on Phobos. I think it was lazy. It's just a way to, I guess, make someone super OP. And
I was a little curious how Sunfire was able to breathe in space. I think they have established that before, but I'm like, wait, you're in space.
Yeah. Did you guys talk about Inferno already?
Not yet. We didn't.
Not yet. No, we're about to.
Yeah. How'd you feel about X-Men, Corey?
Art, great.
Oh yeah. Great.
Art, great. No complaints here. I want Mr. Ulrich to be okay. I want him to have all his marbles so that he can make a tough Lois Lane decision on what he's sitting on. How long, just to go to back issues, how long did Scott go play with that act of the horn suit he had? How long did that go?
Nothing. We never saw anything from that. There was a bunch we didn't see. We didn't see how he died. We didn't see what was the real decision, because we're getting the after effects. We're not seeing the brainstorm.
Because all I'm getting is he knows he's got to put up an act, but he's like, I don't want to really be Captain Krakoa. But then I'm like, you might also want to do this because Captain Krakoa, Captain America, you want to take as much of the spotlight away from Mr. Rogers so that you can be so passive aggressive.
Well, it seems like he didn't. It seems like he didn't choose the name. It seems like the name was chosen for him.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
not necessarily.
Cyclops is no. Cyclops is Krakoa's Captain America. And like Captain America is the Avengers Cyclops. That's how it is.
I'm just saying, if I get to choose my name and it has to have Krakoa in it, I'm going to be called Commander Krakoa. But anyway,
I think he was forced to kill himself and then change his name. I think he was allowed to pick his name. Actually,
all right.
I see no reason why they would enforce a name on him.
That's true. Yeah, we don't know exactly when the change happened. And like it could have been voted, then he had to die, then he got the name, but we don't know when. That's like that. Maybe issue 7 will tell us what happens. Who knows? Maybe it'll be like a Hickman, and like it won't be till like issue 25. But we'll see what happens.
You know, mutant names are kind of special, so I kind of doubt they would force a name on someone if they let people walking around with the name Mutie. I think they're not enforcing it, just more enforced that I think he was mad at it. He had to fake his death in public, so that was a big lie. People were crying over that, and then he has to keep lying. So I just think
his memorial was dope, though. His memorial was beautiful.
Yes.
I think it should have all the heroes show up or something.
No, that was great because like you saw that little kid had that Cyclops a picture, and then like you saw that big holographic thing of that was cool. I'm all for it.
Black Bolt.
The art is the best thing about this book.
Yes.
Black Bolt shows up and just laughs at
and kills everyone.
because Black Bolt can't make any sounds no matter what, because you saw what he was able to do with Infinity, where he can't knock Thanos down, but he can hold him off.
What if
so go ahead.
I don't know. What if Black Bolt is really talkative but in sign language? We just don't know anybody who knows sign language, so that's why he's quiet all the time.
Well, wasn't there some sort of moon space Medusa found out about and built like a little area on there where he can talk?
That you would think that they just have some kind of like technology that they could make for him to just, like almost like a visor, but for his throat that he just has to
human dampening,
like a muffler.
Right.
You can apparently dampen Omega level powers, so I can't.
Just give him the Bane mask, and he just
like I think this was something that was mentioned in Hickman's Avengers and stuff that they brought this up. But anyway.
All right, so let's get into the meat of it, gentlemen.
Inferno, the grand finale, where I was reading through most of it, and I'm like, McElroy's going to get what he wants here, and here, and here, and here, and here. As usual, I'm confirmed with all the things I've been taught about precogs. Something happens that phases them. Their powers change everything. So she's like, baby, darling, stop. Mr. Ramsey is changing the probability here. And they actually made Douglas Ramsey say, you could have just been happy with what you had.
Thank you, Corey.
You could have just been happy with that, like what you had. But I kind of had a little thing like Ramsey was a little disappointed that he wasn't able to sick his much larger, nastier wife on mistake. Like, baby, can you help me here, please?
Right.
Baby.
All right, guys. So,
yes.
Inferno. We jump in. It's Magneto and Xavier are up against like 50 Orcus guards, Nimrod and the Omega Sentinel. I really liked, this is just me, I really like how Magneto and Xavier had that Will Smith, Martin Lawrence energy to me. They're like, hey, we got this. Yeah, I got you. Like, we're going out. we're just like, they were ready to die. I love
Bad boys for life.
Right?
But Xavier can't fight at all. This is the first time I've seen it.
He got hands.
He's done Psychic Blast before.
Right.
He's dope. We see Mystique. Mystique just does the most. She cuts off somebody's arm. Couldn't just get like a EMP thing to just disable it.
Right.
Yeah,
I was a little upset. I was a little upset because I thought the gift that Emma was going to give them was Sabretooth, because I thought Sabretooth was going to do the carnage. Nope, turns out there was just some like crazy like molly gas that had everyone kill each other.
Jeez.
Emma got the gun.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. No, I thought like I thought Emma's gift was going to be Sabretooth, so they could like, so Sabretooth could go and like, because remember like last issue, all those people were down. I was like, who did this kind of damage? Like that's not Mystique's style. And then it turns out that they just killed each other. I was like, oh, I should have been Sabretooth. That would have been great.
That would have been,
yeah.
Oh, Sabretooth, Nanny, and the Orphan Maker.
Oh yeah. I think they only need Sabretooth, but yeah, I guess that they could have just helped for like cleanup to get the strays.
Yeah.
I don't know. But like we ended. Oh man.
I was kind of disappointed no one went to the No Place, because apparently 5 people are supposed to be in the No Place for a Sabretooth comic. Sabretooth and 4 other people are going to be in the No Place.
So it's Sabretooth, it's Nanny, and it's
Orphan Maker, Toad,
so missing 2
Nature
people. Oh yeah,
Girl.
Toad too, yeah.
Nature Girl.
Nature
Toad,
Girl?
I forgot about Toad.
Oh, Toad, Nature. Never mind, the 5 is filled then. Nah, my bad.
Wait, no, who's the 5th one? It's Sabretooth.
Nature Girl.
Nature Girl's in there too?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
because of X-Men
all right, so
3.
we got
You
5.
remember when I brought that up in a previous thing? It's a Jerry Duggan comicsology thing.
Right, yeah. X-Men
X-Men Green.
Yeah.
And the comments were I saw
people were not happy.
I saw like why is she doing this?
Yeah, she wanted to save the planet.
She's being what she hates. But like we ended like Emma, like Sterling, you and I we've been in agreement about this the entire time.
Yeah.
Emma is mad because she got done to her what she does to everybody else, and she sees no irony in all this.
She has no hubris.
Like she can't see it, like, but now all the council knows, and everybody's gonna be looking at Xavier. Like, why'd you do like I just want to know where do they stand?
Well, it's gonna be bigger because I think Magneto leaves the council because of this. Magneto is gonna just learned that he supported a person that if he kept supporting would have caused the extinction of mutant kind.
Right.
So I think Magneto is gonna take that.
They didn't know though.
Yeah. What's up, Corey?
Did Eric and Charles know about Moira still holding out on this cure thing? I did not understand how that part was pulled
they explained I think Jerry did a good job explaining that, because Emma said specifically that Xavier, like when Xavier sees someone's mind, he sees the strengths. Meanwhile, I look at the weaknesses, which means like I think that's how Emma knew when she looked into her mind, she was able to see like that there's still some more to hide. So Xavier wasn't focusing on that part specifically. He was looking at like a different part of her mind. He was looking at her promise of like the future, of a better future, and she's not lying, technically speaking, just not the fact that it's not going to be for quote unquote mutants. It's going to be better for just like, I guess, humanity in general. As
she pulled a Batman.
It was said multiple times that she only let Xavier look in her mind once, a single time. Yes. So yeah, he only saw the goodness, not the bad.
Yeah. Right. So what I want to see is, Legion really trying to get his dad out of a bad place. Like, I was treated badly. I was played. Magneto, I'm interpreting him joining a brand new book as he's interpreting it as an exile, maybe like a hiatus exile, maybe to Mars, just to help out. And hey, his old classic outfit will fit and blend in good.
It will.
And I, from the first cover, I'm like, Storm, Lady Aurora, what did you probably do to tick off the Summers brother with the biggest temper?
He doesn't have a temper. He's just a drunk now.
Yeah, and when he's drunk, don't you remember what you guys taught me? Scott can take out a whole building.
Right.
Alex can take out the whole neighborhood.
True.
Gabriel can take out a whole city block.
Maybe a
Yeah,
planet.
and my goddess can take out a world.
All right. Not a goddess.
I know.
Fully on that.
We'll get on that later.
It's really hard to pray to somebody who, in the middle of their "I am the master of the elements." No, you're not. It's like you could take her out with Duck Hunter.
Yeah.
We got him.
Right, so going back to the comics, let's see. So that happened. So we found out that Moira. I was a little disappointed that Moira had been lying. I thought actually, that's the thing. So Moira has been lying, but even funnier is that she might not even know, because remember, it seems like the 12th life was the life she lived like the best, because Omega Sentinel says that no, the mutants win the end. Now, granted, that could have a different meaning now. They could just mean like, because she sees mutants and humans as the same thing. Maybe they like work together, but there is a future out there where where the machine race loses completely and mutants are quote unquote on top. So we'll see what that means.
I'm all for that.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and
but they don't know that though. Xavier Magneto knew.
Xavier doesn't know. Mystique doesn't know. It doesn't even seem Destiny knows.
Yeah, this is and this is also the first full time I've seen Mr. Eric fully cut loose, and I understand why he is how he is, because
right.
I don't want to piss him off.
He was like,
yeah, I do appreciate that they said, so there's no more humans? Yep, okay, let's go.
Yeah, he wasn't playing, and he just said, "Okay, girl, give me your arm." I said, "Give me your arm."
Right.
I don't think he's quite powerful enough of a feat though for an Omega level mutant. I think one thing would have been cooler. Imagine if it was he pulled something down from the sky and shot something up from the ground. So brought up metal from the ground and then metal from the sky and like punched them from both angles. Something like that would have been cool.
So I would have shish kebabbed her from the top, shish kebabbed her from the bottom or something. Oh, okay, I get it.
Right.
Okay, so how do you guys feel about Cypher? Like when Cypher came in at the last moment and said, like, "Okay, calm down."
Yeah, so he's a real MVP.
Oh yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Douglas Ramsey were like, "No, we are restoring balance here." Ms. Raven, you should just have been happy with what you had. Mystique was almost getting ready to say, "I'll get you, you meddling kid, and your dumb wife."
You and your dirty island too.
I want to like the decision to keep Moira alive, because I don't like people typically dying, but like I can't think of a good reason for it. Like what could you do good? I feel like her two options are Orcus or Sword. Both options probably lead her to trying to cure mutants.
Are you talking about for the book? Are you sorry? Are you talking about for like the book, or like why the characters in the book kept her alive?
Yeah. Why does Cypher keep her alive? Like,
I think because he's gonna still keep an eye on her because he gave her a piece of Warlock.
Yep, and she even said it like, "So you can track me." No, it's better that you can have a hand.
Right. So I think that's it. I think
goes to Orcus though. Orcus is going to get a little bit of Warlock.
That's correct.
Orcus will get a little bit of the Phalanx, and if she goes to Sword, Abigail gets a little bit of the Phalanx.
Oh God,
that little act of kindness is going to bite Mr. Ramsey.
I don't want it to.
Hard.
He seems like he's the smart one.
I don't think it will. I think if anything, I think Cypher's ultimate power is like just reading the page, because he can read language. I think he's read the pages of the future of this book and knows what's going to happen.
No, his whole power is he can read the room.
Yes, that's his power. His power is reading the room.
The only good thing I can think Moira could do for mutant kind going forward is potentially, I don't see it happening because it would take a complete character swap, but like if she creates, instead of curing mutants at when they're kids, turn all kids into mutants. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, then I'm just like, no matter what happens, her being in exile now creates a brand new problem. a brand new problem. Like I would not sniff at, what if we see, Xavier in like a Franklin Richards depression and he gets his way and Moira goes down in the pit because she's brought back because they caught her about to make a really stupid decision.
Well, she can't be in the pit. Well, let me be fair. A couple things. So Moira has her powers have been taken away by a Forge device. Forge also made a device to make someone a mutant again.
Right.
So that could be like she could be human for a little bit, maybe have an epiphany or do something to where she does work for Orchis, but maybe she does have something to where maybe something happens to her to where she's like, no, there is a way to win now, being a mutant. Then she becomes a mutant again. So yeah, so like I said, like there's nothing but possibilities. Like just like with Destiny, like how Destiny said this whole thing, like I see infinite possibilities, but when Doug came into the picture, it kind of was hazy for a second. I think that's like restarted stuff, not restarted. It's given new outcomes.
Right.
So like we'll see. Like ultimately now, like for sure, Moira X is. Let me be fair. I don't like the whole metaphorical death thing. First of all, but it's like death Moira X. Like okay, well the mutant part of her is dead, or is it?
Yeah. But just say goodbye, Moira X. Go.
The restructuring of Moira.
The rebranding of Moira X.
The farewell to Moira X. Something like that. Like quit. You don't have to be Stanley Huckster about everything here. Come on.
Her power, though, was like a cosmic power to reset your universe every time you die. I could imagine that the end of when your power is taken away, it would have a dramatic effect on the timelines. Like Kang the Conqueror probably felt it.
That would be
shit like that.
Don't forget. Well, spoiler alert for this comic no one's reading, but don't forget Kang the Conqueror brought back a Miracle Man. So
and we're gonna be getting all of the Alan Moore, grieve for Alan Moore people coming out. When I'm like, well, hold on, Alan Moore just rebooted Miracle Man. Miracle Man wasn't even created by him.
That's true, but I just think like there are just some characters that some characters like even if they didn't create them, like those are their characters. Like I think for Luke Cage, I think people associate him with Bendis a lot. Like that is like Bendis's character. He didn't make Luke Cage, but that is a Bendis character.
Joe Quesada with Daredevil.
Yeah.
He put a lot of meat on him. I get it.
He put most of like what Luke Cage is today. That's what people believe he is. And that's because of
I get it now. Len Wein and Bernie Wrightson brought Swamp Thing to life.
Right.
But Alan Moore set up all the categories that Swamp Thing.
Even better. I'll give you one even better. Ed Brubaker is not the one that made Bucky, but he is the one that made Bucky. So
right. Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of Ed Brubaker, did you see that he got a job?
I did not see that.
He's going to be working with the next incarnation of Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Unfortunately, he's got a working partner. He's going to have to put a big leash on Bruce Timm.
Is Bruce Timm?
No. That could be really cool. Like,
it could be.
Yeah. So
Bruce Timm could come out as a guiding hand, like just to make sure all the crazy, like.
Not after what he did with Killing Joke. I don't think so.
Not after what he did with Killing Joke. I'm like, Mr. Brubaker, please
One time it didn't go well.
No,
the greater of prestige you are, the fewer chances you have to fuck up. And this was a big thing. You made Bruce and Barbara fucking a cartoon movie.
I mean, like, come on. If we look at the character, it's something she would totally do at that age.
I know. I don't think that's true at all. First of all, but I think but why Killing Joke? Why taint that to where it's like, oh, maybe now Batman. The reason why Batman goes after Joker is because he hurt his loved one, like an actual lover of his. So I'm like, come on, man.
That's rough.
Well, that's same like Spider-Man. The only thing that can make Spider-Man go fucking little nuts is go after his loved ones.
Yeah, Aunt May specifically.
Oh man. He went. No, you remember that one part in No Way Home? How when Spider-Man had his legs around Goblin's head, he's like, bah, bah. That look he gave, I'm like, oh wow,
Little Tom, you are pissed.
You mad man.
Oh yeah, and that just showed Willem Dafoe didn't need the Sam Raimi goblin mask. The way he could just pull faces when he reverts is just like, good Lord, you are too good at what you do, and let us mourn that we did not give you an opportunity to be the Joker in an alternative timeline.
Yeah, he would have made an amazing Joker.
Well, look how his face is constructed. It's almost comic accurate to how most artists have drawn.
He's one of the. I'm a little upset. They should have had him cut his hair and like actually get the waves like Norman Osborn has. Like bring in the.
He would have done it too.
He would have done it.
Oh God, yeah. Which then begs the question, like, okay, we're gonna maybe get some more Spider-Man movies with this before Tom Holland bows out, where he's in college. So, if this Norman Osborn's going away, are we gonna get like?
There is no Norman Osborn. They established that in the movie. There's like there is no.
At least no rich one that lives in his old house and has a company that you could easily find. There could be an Osborn that's gone off on like some fucking like prayer thing to like try to like discover something in like Indonesia, like Strange did type thing, you know, sold his business, sold his home, went off, and now he's gonna return as whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, fun fact.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe is the only actor I've ever seen who can pull off brown face and no one notices.
What?
Who did that?
Willem Dafoe. He did it in the movie Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
You sure he wasn't? You sure that wasn't?
I checked. He's from Wisconsin.
No, I mean no. Are you sure that also because there's also Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder?
That too, but like
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as
another dude. No, he disguised himself as playing a Mexican man. And I'm like, wow, that's Willem Dafoe. All right, that's an actor.
I was gonna say he also, and don't forget that he also put off fish face when he was in Aquaman.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe was a more suave, bite-sized Prince Volko, because in most of the Aquaman runs up till now, Prince Volko is a little bit of a husky.
You know, I'm somewhat of a fish man myself.
Yeah, noble fix, very noble, very husky, scheming fixer.
Right.
Oh wait, wow, he doesn't. Wow, he doesn't have Spanish at all in his family.
Now going back to
white.
Now going back to the comic.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's fine, whatever.
Damn it.
Yeah,
no, it was a great book. It was just like it was just crazy with all the. I just say, they could have just kept Mystique dead and none of this would have happened. I said this because she's just nuts. She had no plan.
It is interesting that they didn't like Xavier and Charles didn't think to like put some kind of tracker on her, like the same way they did with Moira.
Yeah, to the point where like look at how like the quote Hickman chose for the issue like really says about her, like, I'm what this world made me, let them fear me no matter who the masters are, or something like that.
Right.
It was great.
I'm trying to think though. So if Magneto leaves the council, won't that mean that there'll only be 11 members as opposed to?
Yes.
So that means that they'll have to get another member.
Which then begs the question: who should win the election?
Vulcan.
The guy that's literally we know has like people whispering in his head that are actually controlling him or some shit.
Vulcan.
Yeah.
We need another Colossus.
I got one. Abigail. Abigail Brand. Hey, bring her into Immortal X-Men. It'd be really funny to see how she interacts with everybody.
She just betrayed us, though.
She's playing both sides.
She's working on betraying us. It's an ongoing plan. She could have a change of heart.
Yeah, it's an ongoing plan. And look what she did to Guy Rich.
Yes.
Look what she did
Good for her.
Yeah, she's not, bound by the kill no man rule for sure.
Right.
Whoa, she wasn't on Earth, okay? So
that is true. But anyway, I'm going to say my three in no particular order are Thunderbird. No, but seriously, Thunderbird. I'm gonna get my Thunderbird.
That's his welcome back present. Hey, you want a job? Here,
Right.
here's
Yeah.
Let's see.
a job.
Let's see,
And boy, did
Thunderbird,
he get a big
Vulcan,
welcome
or
back
Legion.
ceremony.
I would have said Sunspot too.
Sunspot, I don't want to, I don't want to spread Sunspot too far. Like, I mean, he's already doing that secret X-Men book.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
only gonna be a
there's
one
new-
shot though.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's all I need.
There's some new panels have come out. Ms. Deathbird is gonna be helping the team out a little bit.
Okay, I want to show that most of these people kind of know each other. Like,
Right.
not all of them know each other. Like, Cannibal only knows like Marrow, Meltdown, and Sunspot. He doesn't really know everybody else. Like I want to see the introductions.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
So are you thinking about who you're gonna put on the council?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw two that I came up with: Wolverine, North Star.
I knew you were gonna say Wolverine,
I knew Wolverine's gonna pop up.
but North Star is interesting.
They've been hyping him up a lot, saying how
Yeah.
powerful he is, how much influence he is.
No. Leo Williams has been saying that. Let's be real.
True.
And Leah Williams is a really good writer, and I'm just saying
That's a
this.
secret and a lie. That's a secret and a lie, Corey, and you know it.
But when
The,
she
yes,
she posts pictures at her, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll give you a shot.
I just want to say that the
Sexual
that the
harassment, sir.
views of McElroy or Greg Malkin and Elaine are not the views of Silver. Sterling.
Yeah.
Hey, she's like, like I just haven't seen anything that really makes me think like, wow, she's amazing. This is really good.
But it's been mostly on Twitter. But
Yeah. I think. Wow, who is currently not doing a lot right now? Who is not doing a lot?
Sabretooth.
No.
Warpath.
We need to
wait.
see how this Sabretooth miniseries is going to go, because somebody's busting him out.
I don't think he's getting bust out.
I think he's gonna bust himself out.
No, he's being put on a team, I think, with 4 other people.
Okay.
Oh, the new Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
Captain Krakoa is gonna join the council.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Madeline Pryor is going to join the count.
Oh geez.
Oh yes.
Wow,
We
okay.
now have
Let's talk about that for a minute.
the
Madeline
Goblin
Pryor
Queen.
Oh, you know what Sabretooth is going to do? He's
What?
going to be sent after Moira. He's a tracker.
Oh,
No, here's the thing.
That's an X-Force job, though.
Here's the thing. If that's the case, would you guys be okay if Sabretooth's cannibal side came back out? And like he's like, I want to make sure that you're not a problem end anymore.
Wait, let me get it straight. So literally the thing that got Sabretooth in trouble in the first place, they're going to have him go out and do it again.
Yeah.
It seems like this is something X-Force would do.
Right. Sabretooth's gonna be like, well, what am I, some kind of suicide squad?
Right. Oh,
The
God.
Hellions were given exemptions. The Hellions were allowed certain amount of collateral damage. That collateral damage could not be innocent cops, but they were allowed to kill people. They did kill humans. They did.
Yeah, they did. They were given a certain amount of amnesty. I agree. But Sabretooth, unless they were bringing back the Hellions and putting Sabretooth on it.
Yeah, Cable could also be a pretty good member for the Quiet Council.
Yeah. Cable Prime.
He would keep a lot of people honest.
Who's Cable's granddaughter? I was thinking her too.
He didn't have a granddaughter. It's his daughter. You're talking about Hope Summers.
Adopted daughter.
You mean that stray he picked up? That's not his daughter.
He's back to being an adult and has not seen his daughter yet.
Yeah,
That's not his daughter.
he's too busy.
She's as much his daughter as Bruce Wayne is Dick Grayson's father.
It's a lot.
Damn it.
Yeah. Who else could maybe fill that council seat?
Well, they're losing Magneto. They also lost Jean. And they don't have like another precog or not precog. They don't have another telepath. So it's only 2 telepaths now. I don't think Quentin Quire is ready for it, honestly.
Well, yeah, Quentin.
There's still M.
Quentin's not taking Cuckoo's breakup very well.
Angel/Archangel could probably do it because he's not doing anything.
Is X Corp done? Was it canceled?
I mean, it's still around.
Anyways, I thought it was done.
Oh yeah, no, they're keeping it. It's gonna be here.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, are they giving it a brand new team? Because
it doesn't look like it. Like
Miss Teeny Howard's at DC now, writing Catwoman.
Oh, stuff. Great.
Yeah, you can imagine how I feel.
Right. Oh God, you're gonna be. Never mind. You know what? I hope her the best in all her future endeavors, and keep her the fuck away from my X books.
Yeah, I'm giving it a chance, but I just want one thing. I want it to be implied that Bruce and Selena got a marriage license off panel. That's all I want. That's all. That's all I want.
She's gonna say she's probably gonna say it was all a huge job. I'm gonna steal all his money, but when he lost all his money, I was like, nah, I'm good.
Right.
Well, yeah, Selena would be the thing, like, I'll love you, for better or for worse, until you run out of money.
No, here's Selena I can't believe we could talk about Batman. Selena is like, for better or worse. Who picks worse? Who are these people picking worse? But Inferno, Emma, can somebody really just tell her about herself? Because it seems like she thinks she's right in everything she does.
It would be the only person the person that would get the most progress out of her is Scott, and unfortunately unfortunately Cyclops is dead. But
unfortunately Cyclops is dead, and he likes to be too submissive with her. And I would imagine after losing that vote, Jean and Scott both fucked him to make him feel better.
No. Cyclops is dead. Scott Summers is alive. Because remember, Scott called Uric and said, "I'm Scott Summers. I'm a friend of Cyclops."
Do people not know that Scott Summers and Cyclops are the same person?
I don't think people have really.
That's not.
I don't think people really put two and.
No, that's insane. If that's true.
Hey, he said it. It happened.
I think you're a little harsh on. I think you're being a bit harsh on Emma, because she figured out in 5 minutes what Xavier and Magneto could not figure out in years.
What did she figure out?
That Moira was evil and working against them.
Moira's not evil.
You tell everyone. You gotta tell everyone. At least don't be her puppet. Tell the whole council so you're not her puppet, and then the whole council can then decide. But she figured out in 5 minutes that she was working against them, which I think Xavier took 2 years to create Krakoa. So he worked with her for 2 years, didn't figure it out.
Well, I won't say. Well, I guess I don't know. I don't think, once again, she hid that from Moira hid that from Xavier. So I think So, and once again, I do like the fact that they differentiated the different power sets between, at least how they work. Like Xavier sees the strengths, Emma sees the weaknesses, which once again kind of goes to their characters, particularly, or what I call their cardinal traits, specifically with Emma. Emma's always about being. I think Emma's has been a lot about self-doubt and also being second best. Basically, that's always kind of been her character trait. And so of course she would look for the weaknesses in somebody, because she would see her own weaknesses.
Who would win, Emma or Xavier?
That's a good question. In a fight, or in a duel off?
Xavier. I'm putting Xavier because he's
and a mind off Xavier. In a fight, Emma, because she can turn it into diamonds. So
okay, but guys, I have a theory about. I have a question for you guys. Remember, Moira had the legacy virus. She supposedly died from it. What if, because she had the legacy virus, it started we seen the legacy virus, it messes with your powers. It takes them up to another. It kicks them up.
It actually kicks it. Well, yeah, that'd be interesting. That was something I was worried about, because I'm the legacy virus is supposed to kill mutants, but if her power is to be able to die to get better, then that would make perfect sense why she'd be able to have the legacy virus. She's one of the few people that would the legacy virus would actually help her power.
So I'm thinking, what if like we saw examples of legacy virus that came from her, but like say that she was inadvertently responsible for things like the Age of Apocalypse.
Well, it seems that she had her she had her own like she was so successful in some kind of time period that she made Omega Sentinel the Machine's Kitty Pryde.
Right.
Which is crazy to think about.
I think she has enough demons that we don't have to give her more.
No. I'm saying like she wasn't in like because of the legacy virus, like it made her like when the legacy when Age of Apocalypse happened, she just jumped over. She didn't have to die.
Right.
So like
we know her timelines, and she's done evil things. When she joined Apocalypse, she was completely evil. When she joined Magneto, completely evil.
But we don't know everything she did in this timeline.
Right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, she already has enough demons. I don't think you have to give her Age of
But that wouldn't be her fault though. That would just she caught a disease. Like it's not her fault that like it changed the timeline. Like because remember when Age of Apocalypse happened, they said that this had never happened before until it happened.
Right. It's awesome speculation. I just don't know how much of it will.
I know. I'm just you know.
Right.
We're getting time travel though. I do think we're getting time travel. So I think Wolverine could go back in the past, and Wolverine could, or into the future, and he could end up in that Age of Apocalypse, and then
because we're getting like the death of I think getting like the death of Wolverine and like the lives of Wolverine or something like that. I forgot what it was called.
The X lives, the 10 lives of Wolverine. I don't know.
Right, something like
one quick
just
possibility
like House of X, Powers of X.
One possibility I heard is that we're seeing like in those promos, we're seeing like 3 different timelines, right?
Right.
Well, Moira said that. Sorry, not Moira. Destiny said that Moira has 3 potential timelines.
Yeah.
So at least potentially we're going to see those timelines. I don't like that idea. Maybe.
I just hope it leads to something, because Ben Percy, he's been really, I don't really trust his abilities.
He's been off and on with me too.
Like, who is writing Knights of X? Is it someone good? Anyone know?
We don't know yet.
Let me see.
Hopefully it's someone good.
Well, we got Killian Garrow as for Immortal X-Men. He said looking like West Wing, Veep, House of Cards. I'm like, I'm all for it.
But he's nothing Marvel.
Hang on.
No comic history.
No, hang on. Knights of X is going to be written by Tini Howard.
Like, I don't hate it. I did want new blood.
I do.
I think she found her. I think she found her feet or wheels, or whatever the fucking the saying is, in Excalibur. So I'm not. I kind of want
the last issue of Excalibur.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah. Knights of X is going to be written by Ms. Tini Howard.
Yeah.
So she's now just double dipping. She's doing this, and she'll be
doing
ruining Miss Selena.
Excuse me. Now we'll say I think I don't know if it was her. I have to check again. I don't want to say anything yet. Like if this is true, then I will say shout out to Tini Howard, because I think she was the one that wrote that like it was an AVX. I don't know if she was writing it, but I'll just give her credit and I'll just like amend it later. I think she's the one that wrote that cool fan service panel when like it showed Hawkeye daydreaming about Spider-Woman fighting all like different ladies of the X-Men. So I will always appreciate her for that, but I don't know if that was her. But if it was her, shout out to her. But I have to check.
If that was Tina, then it set some precedents. So some things she did in Excalibur, quote, sleeping with Nine.
But at least Tini Howard did better than Leah Williams, because you gotta remember Tini Howard. She made Tini Howard's Excalibur had great art.
I mean, I will say that about. I didn't like the title of it being called Trial of Magneto. Ultimately, after the 4 issues were together, I was like, okay, this does make sense. And like, at least it did change something. It changed and it added something to both Scarlet Witch and Krakoa in general. I still don't think it should have been called the Trial of Magneto. It should have been called something else. I don't know. I don't necessarily know.
The Scarlet Witch.
Something like
rebirth of the Scarlet Witch.
Something like that. Like that was like, And I don't know, and like I go back and forth on if it should have been its own thing or if it should have kind of somehow just been with X Factor. I like based on some behind the scenes that we all know about her. It seems like she was kind of in a rock and a hard place, but ultimately I do appreciate what she was able to bring in terms of like that, because like I said, it did ultimately add something to the story, which is what we all want to see. So kudos to her for that. So we at least know that she's able to make something decent, or if not at least good, when her back's against the wall.
Yeah, that was an equivalent of a pay your dues job.
Right.
A pay your dues job.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'm a little too harsh.
You know, hey, you do you.
Right.
I've got nothing else to say except we're getting ready for Act 3 of this epoch of everything.
Yes.
I want to see, now that the veil's been teared away with Xavier and Eric, I'm like, okay, how will Gillen please tell me how the voting dynamics have changed now? That's what I want to see. I want to see what this team Nightcrawler is going to be leading in his awesome Kasich like.
I want to see. I want to see Storm actually have a flaw for once in X-Men Red.
Yeah,
that's a far hope.
Yeah, is she gonna? When is that? What number of Black Panther is she gonna have an audience with the intergalactic?
Intergalactic. It's either number 3 or number 4, but they definitely made sure for it to be like the 200 issue of that. And I'm like, man, you're gonna make the 200 issue of like basically based on what I'm saying, Black Panther walking up to her like he's simping for his 200 issue. I'm like, you would not do that with Storm. I know you wouldn't. There would be letters. There would be articles. Like there would.
No. But the thing about it is though, like, I really wanted to see Storm in what would happen with Storm and Black Panther's kid being raised.
Oh yeah, we should. Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, no, we should talk about that because I think we talked about it on Discord, but we should talk about that in here because one, it does something that I love. It almost made MJ right, but then he was wrong, so I love that. But and two, it also, but we as a society would missed an opportunity, and I was like,
that's.
So
and also, I don't think I told you guys this. Hickman was saying like, Petra and Sway, they're not there. Like
they weren't supposed to be. I think you retconned that. I think because if I remember correctly, she talked to Petra, I believe, talked to Havoc. So either Havoc and either Havoc and Vulcan both have the same premonition, both have the same kind of like psychosis, or it's just it's a mess up now. But no, like they actually are there now because Havoc interacted with them. So but
think about this. Cerebro, the way they had Cerebro, a lot of mutants died before it was even operational, so they're dead. So that kind of says
that makes us be able to guess who will be resurrected by who died before. So that's nice. But the crazier one is the ones that the theoretical mutants, the ones that would have became mutants had they not have died or whatever.
Oh yeah, right. It was they talked about it, like the fun of it was Leo Williams' book. Like that happened in Trial of Magneto number 4 because North Star, and I forgot his house's name. He doesn't do much. Huh? Kyle, yeah, that's it. Kyle.
Everybody loves Kyle.
What you call it? Like they're gonna have a daughter because that daughter was going to be a mutant, so they're gonna bring her back. So it's like, oh, that's nice.
Even the theoretical mutants, and I wonder how far that goes back. Like all human history, the theoretical mutant. How many infants died in history that would have?
Well, unfortunately, yes, because of what freaking Jason Aaron wrote about the mutants. Apparently, the mutants have been here for millions of years. So, like, yeah, we can go back that far and bring them.
Another one.
Really, like, come on, Aaron. Like, I reread Amazing X-Men, and I like you again. And now you're just ruining this.
I want to read his Star Wars tenure when they got Marvel got Star Wars back, but now I'm like, now I've now I've got jaded eyes because I've seen you lose your lightning right in the middle of an Avengers tenure.
So I'm also wondering how far back does this new Cerebro go then?
Yes,
Does it go back 100 years, 1,000, 10,000, for instance?
I don't think
Apocalypse saw back in the Celtic age remember those two Celtic people who up in a boat who could find their
who you let drown
and they drowned. Will they be resurrected because they died before Cerebro? So how far back does it go?
I mean, like, I would say, after
100 years. I think 100 years.
No, I would say after the first Phoenix saga, after they started messing around with the Shi'ar, they really got to, like, because remember, they used those Shi'ar crystals for memory. So
if the year is like 2030, then I'm just saying 1930. I'm saying 100 years. So if the year right now in the comics is 2030, then let's go back 100 years, 1930. That's not too back. That's not too far back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair enough. Well, I think, well, just in case the audience is curious, like we were talking about with Hickman specifically, is that Hickman did an interview with I forgot who it was, some people.
Jane Moss explained the X-Men.
Yeah, those guys, and he explained that in Giant Size X-Men, which with Emma Frost and Jean, when Storm quote unquote got sick, that actually was supposed to reveal that she actually was pregnant with Black Panther's child, and moreover, the child was going to be like in the vault basically, and they weren't going to know for a long time who their mother and father were, which would have been so freaking fantastic. Because
crazy.
I'm trying to think, how many children do we have that are that's both a mutant and that's both an X-Men and an Avenger? First of all, I don't know that many. I really can't think of one right now.
Katie Summers.
Huh?
Havoc's daughter with.
Oh yes, that okay, yeah. So is that the only one?
Wait, Havoc had a kid with somebody?
Yes, it was an uncanny. I keep telling you, it was an Uncanny Avengers. Go read it.
It's amazing. Okay, I just Planet X.
Yeah,
crazy. No, but yeah, you're right. You're absolutely. And also we're finding out that Cerebro had been like that, downloading mutants everywhere. They missed some mutants.
Yes.
Well, sorry. Yeah, computers skip things. Computers miss bits. That makes comic book sense. They can't catch everybody, but thanks to what Wanda did, there's now like a new storage modem and stuff.
That's cool. Good for her. She created the afterlife.
Yeah, it's in the astral plane, which is crazy.
Yeah.
There we go. So they are the same people.
Yeah, the process looks a lot like cloning, but thanks to some of Ms. Wanda's magic with some of the legacy characters, like the kids of some of the big mutants. By the way, I would want to see how Proteus is doing after with all this. Mama?
No, Proteus is not on the council.
No,
I know, but he's Moira's boy.
Yeah, but he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know.
Actually, if you really think about it, Moira low-key ain't shit because she hasn't talked to any of her family. Like she had a son, doesn't talk to him. She adopted Wolfsbane, doesn't talk to her. Her boy toy was Sean Cassidy. He doesn't give him a call.
Oh wait, they were a thing? Banshee, Banshee and Moira?
Oh yeah, she used to talk so much trash about Charles to him. So, but she used to leave him like she used him kind of like a side piece. Like, oh yeah, you're here, but like I don't need you all the time.
Right.
So side dick.
Yes.
Yes. In case of emergency.
Backdoor man.
Yeah,
backdoor man.
Oh God, gross. All right, you guys. Thank you for coming in. This has been great. We got more books coming in. We only have like one book this Marauders.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Duggan's last before he hands it over to Steve Orlando, and Steve Orlando likes Duggan, so Duggan will be on Marauders now.
Cool. I just want to see the introduction. I want to see them meet each other because a lot of these people do not know each other. Like,
yeah.
I just don't like that about comic books. Like, we all know. You're like, no, meet. Introduce yourself. Let's get first impressions.
Yeah.
I want somebody to think that Kitty Pryde is like, man, Kitty Pryde is annoying, but then start to like her.
Well,
right. Yeah. Basically. Yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's her MO.
Yeah.
You're gonna like Kitty Pryde eventually.
Yeah, Kitty's gonna make a joke like, okay, you're Wolverine's. Which one of Wolverine's kids are you? Because I only know so many.
Right.
All right, this 1407 Great Mocking Lane. Speaking for Sterling, MJ, Corey. I'm 1407. Signing out.